The wife of my boss fell in love with me, and she asked me to be her lover. She is rich and very pretty, but I don't want any problem. Her husband is my dear, me, I am a driver. If I become the wife's lover, it's too dangerous. But women are evil, in spite of their angelic beauty. When a woman is in love, she can be dangerous. My boss's wife told me that if I refuse, she will go to tell about that I run after her. Even I am innocent, I shall be in trouble. In this situation, I can't find a solution. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. And then in any case, I don't have a choice. If I say yes, I am afraid because of the boss. But if I say no to the wife, she will get revenge. What can I do? Oh, oh, what can I do? Tabakoye. Oh, what can I say? Yeah, yeah, what can I say? Otobuye. If I say yes, I'm afraid of the boss. Tabakoye. If I say no, the wife will get revenge. Otobuye. Oh, what a problem. Oh, what a shame. No, oh, what's the problem? Very crazy, but I don't want any problem. Every one is my dear, me, I am a driver. If I become the wife's lover, it's too dangerous.
Hey, you call it film.
But women are evil, in spite of their angelic beauty. When a woman is in love, she can be dangerous. My boss's wife told me that if I refuse, she will go to tell the boss that I run after her. Even I am innocent, I shall be in trouble. In this situation, I can't find a solution. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. And then in any case, I don't have a choice. If I say yes, I am afraid because of the boss. But if I say no to the wife, she will get revenge.
Oh, God. Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. Somebody can read.
What can I do? Oh,
This
oh,
element
what
somebody
can
else
I
can
do?
guess what's happening.
Oh, what can I say? Yeah, yeah, what can I say? Otobuye. If I say yes, I'm afraid of the boss. Tabakoye.
Welcome back.
If I
A
say
happy post-Independence Day
Otobuye.
to all Liberians in and out of Liberia. This is how I like to share. Happy Independence Day to you.
What can I say? Hey, Tabakoye. What can I do? If I say yes,
We hope everything was okay with you. We hope the celebration went well with you. So that is it. Wherever you are following the broadcast, this is how I'd like to officially welcome you to the Toys Day, July 27, 2023 edition of the program. Inside District number 13, where I am your regular Toys Day Frank.
If I say yes, I'm afraid of the boss.
I don't really know where I take the love of those Everson music from.
I say no.
I just love those way back music. I love to listen to them a lot.
Oh, what's the problem?
Oh, what they shame. No, it is not just an easy decision to be made. The wife of your boss fell in love with you. It is not an easy decision to be made.
Oh, what's the problem?
Oh, what's the shame?
The wife of my boss fell in love with me, and she asked me to be her lover. She is rich and very pretty, but I don't want any problem. Very funny, my dear, tell me I am a driver. If I become the wife's lover, it's too dangerous. But women are evil, in spite of their angelic beauty. When a woman is in love, she can be dangerous. My boss's wife told me that if I refuse, she will go to tell the boss that I run after her. Even I am innocent, I shall be in trouble. In this situation, I can't find a solution. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. And then in any case, I don't have a choice. If I say yes, I am a friend because of the boss. But if I say no to the wife, she will get revenge. What can I do? Oh, oh, what can I do? Kabakoye. Oh, what can I say? Yeah, yeah, what can I say? Kabakoye. If I say yes, I'm afraid of the boss. Kabakoye. If I say no, the wife will get revenge. Kabakoye. Oh, what's the problem? Oh, what a shame. What can I say? Hey, what can I do?
All right. So wherever you're following the broadcast, this is how I would like to welcome you to today's edition of the program, Inside District number 13. So at about 5:15, we will play host to the Agree family, to Edwin King, who was shot in the head. Sometime last week, Edwin King was shot in the head at the New Georgia Junction. So we will play host to his family. We will ask them. They issued a press release, or we can say a press statement, was held last week. Not last week, but on Tuesday of this week, the press conference was held. and we were able to lay our hands on that press conference, and we also provided coverage for their press release. I mean, for their press conference on that particular day. So we have a copy of the press statement in our possession. There are a lot of things they said. How the police seems to be not. The police seems to be. So we are here. So let me just take the music off. Just dive into something very short. There are a lot of political happenings in our country. We have few days to go to the pool, and that which is October 10th of this year. October 10th of this year, we will be going to the pool. Kabakuye, Kabakoye, Kutukuo. All right, so that is it right there. There are a few things that has been happening within our country as it relates to the political cycle in this country. There are people who are feeling disenchanted with major happenings within the country, and some of these people years ago, those who today they are branding in all form and manner. They are castigating them, saying the worst of thing about them. They were those who were championing the cause years ago. And what am I trying to say is that when the folks from the United Party, few hours ago or this morning, we saw Telia Yue wrote on her official Facebook page, and she seems to be bitter with Omen Joe Newman Boyka. And the thing is, this is the same Omen Joe Boyka that folks from the United Party or the ALP, they fought Mr. Cummings, they fought people from the CDC, and today it seems to be like they are no longer in the same political alignment, or maybe one person do not believe in another person's political ideology. Maybe the All Liberian political party, they has fallen apart from the United Party, so they no longer believe in the political ideology of the United Party. So for that reason, you're going to have a lot of people coming out every time with different statement or coming out with different posts. The post we saw from Telia UA, she said what she wants to say. It just speaks to how politics in this country has been run. If you do not do this, you cannot be recognized in society. Or if you do not do this, like what she said, it is now binding. I come in. Let me quote her directly. Let me read her post directly, and then let me just read her post directly because we don't have much of time. We don't have much time right now. We don't have much time right now, so let me read Madam Tilia Yure post. Tilia Yure post. So this is her post. In October elections, I will support whoever I believe is the best for Liberia. I fear nobody and will not be intimidated by any group of people either. This force narrated that if someone does not support UP, they are going against the country is toxic, divisive, and outright ridiculous. I advise my friends to develop a more strategic campaign plan and message if they are serious about winning these elections. Parties and leaders earn trust and support. They don't demand and feel entitled to it. We are too advanced in our thinking to subscribe to this. Nobody's mistakes or bad choices will be my bondage. I will not support a team that my conscience tells me is best for Liberia is the short and medium. Not a team or train that has lost their direction. Period. You all can insult, whine, or cry under my post. I will not be shaken or deterred from speaking the truth. This election is too important to us. Wake up, Liberians. So that is the official message from Tilia Yue Post. She used to be the head, the head of the Boca Tite team. She used to be the head of the Boca Tite team. So one thing that draw my concern is where she said this false narrative that if someone does not support the UP, they are going against the country's they are going against the country is toxic, divisive, and outright ridiculous. Now the question here is, TDIU, when you got to understand or when you got to know that if someone does not support the United Party or does not support former Vice President Joseph Newman Boyka, people within the United Party tend it to be very toxic, divisive, using all of the adjectives you think you can use, or outrageous and ridiculous. TDIU, when you got to understand that when Costa said it was Joe Walker that used the ARP, most especially Mr. Bernard Ayue to take Mr. Cummings to court. You see nothing wrong about that time. There's nothing wrong about you supporting the United Party. It seems to be like only because the United Party is no longer in alignment with the ARP of your political leader who is Mr. Bernard Ayue and also a father to you, only because the United Party, maybe the United Party has distanced themselves from you, or your party has distanced themselves from doing business with the United Party. Because we listened to Mr. Herman P. Costa, he said that the Liberty Party has distanced themselves. The Liberty Party, the All Liberian Political Party has distanced themselves from the United Party. They will not do business with the United Party any longer. Yes, it's true. Granted to that, he said that it is on all of the various media platforms in the country. Other radio stations flagged that out very loud and clear. Mr. Costa was very blunt to the point. But the question here is, where is the sincerity in the Liberian politics? These are some of the things that make people start to question us. We as Liberians, when we try to put out there that when we Liberians try to put out there that we are politicians, we believe in one political institution, only because this political party does not see your political institution to be a person to do business with. That is the reason why you're coming out with a bitterness. If the Unity Party and the ALP was going to be in an alignment up to present, what your message was not going to be what it is. We were not going to be seeing what you have written. And there are a lot of posts you have been writing till I'm in no other way against you. I'm in no other way against people from the ARP, the United Party, the CDC. I have friends, I have big brothers and big sisters in all of the political parties in this country. But what I'm saying is, this is how people start to speak to the consciousness of politicians in Liberia. Not Tilia Yue alone. There are a lot of people who did these things. Or there are a lot of people who are doing this. There are people who yesteryears, they say Prince Rod Johnson was not a person to work with. The folks from the United Party, they say Prince Rod Johnson was not a folks to work with. The CDC, they try to defend that. Today, the United Party is doing business with Prince Rod Johnson. The guys from the CDC, they are angry. They are calling Senator Prince Rod Johnson. They are using all sorts of names on Senator Prince Rod Johnson. They in fact, some of them go to the extent by referring to him in a demeaning manner. Every one of us, one way or the other, we have promoted criminals. We have promoted people who commit atrocity against humanity in this country. Every one of us, we have promoted these people one way or the other. So because today the man is no longer in your political institution or in your political party now, you bring him to be someone who is very bad. You bring him, you use the worst adjective against him. And that which, of course, we think it is wrong. If you know this person is not okay, tell the man we will not do business with you. We cannot alarm ourselves with you. Yesteryears, people criticized Dopo Menkazon, but today, so today, the guys from the CDC, even if former Speaker Alice Jenica Tyler was going to be with the CDC, he came out with his political party, which is la LPDP, La Bureau People Democratic Party, the LPDP. Now, because of other reasons, we do not know that until he can come out to the public and say, because of XYZ reason, I will not support or I'm not supporting whosoever person it is. But today he is with the Unity Party. If Alice Jenica Tyler was going to go in the way of the CDC, they were not going to be calling him the name that they are calling him today. They were not going to be saying all of the bad things against him only because he is not in the line of their political institution today. We have to change our mentality in this country, the way in which we do things in this country. We have to change them. So that is it. That is just my one and two take about it. I hope to get a time next week, Thursday, to have an exclusive conversation on how Liberians should conduct themselves in these electionary periods. This is a crucial period. We have to be committed to ourselves. We have to be sincere to ourselves. Let us stop the hypocrisy and the deception. We cannot continue to do this and then expecting ourselves to grow or expect our country to reach to where we want it to be. So that is just my one or two cents. So we will also in our guest because it is 5:23 already. So I will take this short break and as soon as I come back, and I also in my guest.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
No problem, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so folks, wherever you are following us, we have a Agree Family member. We have the Agree Family member of Edwin King, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so we have the Agree Family member of Edwin King. They are currently in our studio. So they will introduce themselves and then we will start the conversation from here. So we'll start with,
Sorry.
yes, sir, you can wear the headset. No problem.
So thank you.
So,
I'm okay, right?
yeah.
Sound better?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So again, officially, let me use this occasion to say uh, thanks to
the Focal TV family for what I refer to as this humanitarian, aid given to this family. By way of introduction, I'm T. Malifatoma, and I happen to be the brother-in-law to the deceased, the late Edwin King.
Okay. So we'll move to the next person.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks to the Focal family. And let me say hello to people in Radio Land, the world at large. I'm Diogan Newell. I'm a resident of the DC and a very close friend and brother to the brother-in-law.
All right. So we will start with the brother-in-law, Mr. Mali Fatoma. Can you provide us a clear picture of the genesis of this entire saga, how this thing happened, and then we can move forward?
All right, again, let me say thank you, and I consider this as a privilege
Okay.
and an honor. Uh, it was on the 15th day of July 2023. We have gone out for the day, my dear brother Never and myself, very busy out, as we approach towards the campaign period. But upon our return home that evening, we came and met the late Edwin King at home, and we were told that he had not been faring too well throughout the day. He had to be with a mother, and we even saw him, sitting with the mom and watching show on the phone. We, right away we were served our meal, evening meal. While we were eating, Newberg and myself, the young man took his jacket and told the mother, "Oh, I'm coming. I'm reaching on the road." You are asked that I gave the genesis of
I'm following you.
road. So he left, and then we did what we could. We later retired for bed.
Okay.
At about 10:45 to 11 o'clock, our family were already, in bed. After all day running around, tired, I was already asleep. But then I heard someone pounding on the door, and right away my eye opened, and I kept quiet listening what was happening outside. And then I overheard my father-in-law, Mr. Emmanuel Barriga King, telling the wife that I'm coming. You just bite the door, or I'm coming. Let me go and see what is happening there. And then later message came in, my room, telling me that your brother-in-law had been shot in the head.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. I mean, who brought this information? Who brought this message? And so one of the neighbors, just brought here now and gave the information. By the time I got all that confused in Boston, and then, while hurrying trying to get something on, I got to realize that my mother-in-law, who I haven't been well, almost a week in house, have fare off. Who am I going to attend to now? Blessedly for me, my fiancée, who is a student nurse at the TNMA, JFK, were in the house and decided, to check the pulse and then do pressure of the mother. While in the process, I left. And she was like, we are almost approaching 12 midnight. You can't go out alone. I said, I have to go. I have to go because Mr. King had left. I want to see, what is happening there. And immediately as I left, and there was a really downpour of rain at night. By the time I got in the middle of Chucky City, around the blue continuum, I saw a group of guys. And, by the time they saw me, they decided to say, oh, that's the body of our men who were there, shot and killed in the head now. So when I overheard them saying that, I decided to come back. I said, well, guys, please give me some update as to what actually happened, because I just got out of bed and I got this information. I said, oh, we were all there seated around, the New Jersey Junction, right by the depot, the place called Sapoya. And then this Bobby just came on his motorbike, got down for a bike, and started to fire over our head. And we all left running, and then later we came back and got to realize that He has shot one of our colleagues in the head.
Were there whether you notice the presence of other police officers that were on the scene at that
No,
moment?
I'm just giving you a narrative of when the information reached me at home.
Okay.
What I was heading to the crime scene.
Yeah.
Those people I had to interact with, en route to the crime scene. So those individuals who were speaking had also been present when the situation, happened. Our guys, his, friends, and so they were not, narrated to me from the crime scene as to what are those. I have not even gotten around the crime scene. But when it happened, they all, had to scatter, the left. So when they came back in Charlie City and what have you, so they were informing me.
All right. So let's hear from Mr. Nuvia, and then I will come up with other questions back to you, Mali.
In the 11 range, that Saturday on the 15th of July, he placed a call to me while I was also in bed. And he told me, do you know that Daddy Boy was being shot in the head? I mean, I'm out and I'm at the Chocolate City Biscuit Video Club. I was trying to go to the junction, and the guys came to me and recognized me and said, "Oh, Daddy Boy was being shot in the head by police." So I was like, "Wow!" And trust me, that didn't bring sleep to me anymore. So we kept communicating, but due to the rain, I couldn't have gotten to him. So what I did, I kept calling on community members. I also remember I called on the assistant coordinator of Pohakot community and told them the incident. And so we communicated to the money house when we proceeded at the JFK Memorial Hospital, and that the victim, our own brother, Daddy Boy, commonly known, in the ER with his head being bandaged already before we got here.
Wow.
And so the first person who left home and slept at the hospital that very day was the father, Mr. Emmanuel King.
So where is his mother currently?
She's at home, Chocolate City, Pohakot Alley community.
So were you people able to see his body? Whether people were able to see his body in terms of how the bullet was shot in his hair? Whether you people were able to see it?
Yes, we have a couple of videos here when we went at the JFK Memorial Hospital while he was on bed with oxygen being placed at his nostril. We were given some video, and this video was about when he was shot and when they took him to the hospital. And we saw that the brain of the young man was like coming out on the cotton. And so we then shared the video with other family members and we started viewing from there.
Wow. So moving forward, this situation transpired July 15.
Right.
And from July 15 up to present, where is the position of the Liberian National Police at this moment? What has been the position of the Liberian National Police?
All right, again, so as short our followers, we want to, get clear understanding regarding the narrative that we have started giving out, and I just wanted to have that completed after the young man was being shot in the head and then being rushed, at the JF Kennedy Memorial Hospital. One of those things that transpired that night, probably even leading to the following day, and then before her pronouncement, as being there, and like I started saying in my intro, and right there at my colleague just idea, we started to share the communications that night. All family, relative, community dwellers, everybody here, what at one end informing everybody about it. And later I received call from the father who told me I just got on the scene of the crime and I've been told, by eyewitnesses that the young man was being, rushed at the JFK Memorial Hospital by one rescue, a police officer. And then I think was CO4, and then
CFO meaning he's the commander for
The commander for
LPRC,
the Ghana's rebel.
the EPS commander.
What are EPS of police? But I'm told that the Ghana's township, all of the depots in the Ghana's rebel,
Yeah.
he is the commander. All right. So just like my colleague said, the downpour of rain was very heavy that we couldn't make our way that night. But the father kept calling on me that we are getting here. The body of the headless body of the young man is cemented at the ERO here. And we have been told by the nurses that the police came with him and registered him as unknown person. Unknown person and left his headless body on the bed, and they have already gone. All right. So when he got there, and then he identified himself as the father of the young man, the nurses, started to inform me that they brought this young man here, and the police had left, and we had to attend to him. The only one who can attend to him, you got to get some medication. What is the cost of this medication? They did a prescription, it amounted to around $4,800. Now he just left home that night. You are asleep, and the kind of a news hit you. You are not even taking a dime with him. So he is at JFK and calling all family members to see how money can reach him. He had to go under the ring, and you can imagine what he had to go through that night.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing.
Getting the medication. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, at morning hour, we had to leave home as early as 4:30 to 5 o'clock. Dio, myself, and we got at the hospital. And today we met the young man, just releasing breath one at a time, And in fact, the information that I got from the first guys that I interacted with, they told me that I was shot and he passed up on the scene. I said, "You were there," because they were there. They said he got shot in the head. And truly, when I saw the woman, you wouldn't believe that that guy was still alive up to the hour that he had to go. It was just some strong resistance. And when you witness from the video that was being shared with us, by the guys from the hospital, then you really get to realize that it was just strong resistance that kept me alive, for the hour. And we had to go ahead, even spending some money. We were told the following morning when we got there now that he needed blood. He had lost so much blood.
So is the body currently at scrap of funeral home?
No, we will get there. We want to have this thing, our people, they follow to get clear understanding, as to how the entire saga have been running, with us, the family. So the sister was in the process. She had gone at the JFK lab, had tested her blood. She was in the process now of donating the blood because the nurses have said he had lost so much blood and that he needed to be given blood. It was in the process that the sister, was now trying to see how she can donate the blood. After a few hours, when they told her that you are under so much tension, you have to rest. You need to eat something and then rest yourself. After a while, then we can see how we can get the blood, out of you to transfer to your brother. They were doing an hour when the young man was being pronounced, dead. So all war from there now, my colleague will come in and tell you that after the pronouncement of the dead, what are other things that we got involved with, in terms of reaching out to police and what have you, and what were their responses to us?
All right, so Mr. Nuvia will come to you.
Okay, so while she was in the process of donating the blood, we thought it was we all cannot be here at the hospital here, so we need to rush back to the community and see how best we can raise some money if there be need. And so Mr. Fatoma, who happens to be the brother-in-law, and I, together with the father, we were able to get back to the community and subsequently proceeded at the police station, right around where the incident took place. When we got to the police station, we met OPS4, and his name is Donso. And OPS4 was able to tell us that he had nothing much to say because the police actually did the act. And of course, the young man in question, who is the victim, did not in any way reacted to the police to have made him. Never had anybody told him anything as such. But all he knows, he kept appealing to us and kept telling us that the government is responsible for this case. And so now that today is Sunday, getting my bosses is kind of difficult. So what I will do, I will give you my boss's number. so that you can try them. And of course, if you should have gotten them, then explain to them that you are the family members of the victim. But however, we were concerned that you are telling us that you are responsible for what happened. You did the act, and you have not known uh, in any way that the young man who was shot did something for which he was shot. So now, if you say government is responsible and government took this man to the hospital, what are they doing to make sure that he's not dead? And he said, this thing has to do with life. We all know, and we're going to play a role and it will make sure that the young man is not dead. So say, of course, you are saying this, but you are not doing it. We are from the hospital and we know what happened. And of course, we saw the presence of the police, but they only went there with their car, turned around, and left. So when we were asking these questions, at the end of the day, he was able to give us the numbers. Went home. When we went home, we met the mother and other family, crying all around, and we were able to ask her, what is the news, the actual news? Is the guy still alive? The mother was like asking. And so while we're yet explaining to the mother that, oh yes, that boy he still has life in him, then our phone rang from the hospital where when we were told that the guy finally died. We called the police and told the police right away. It was within no time when CO4, in presence of Elas Bleedy, came at the residence of the boy's family and said to us that he had nothing much to say, but he only came to plead with us and to say that there's no justification. I mean, because of that, they were responsible. And so we asked as to where the perpetrator was. He said he wouldn't answer any further questions other than appealing to us that
The
they are
police
sorry.
officer?
Yes.
You mean CO4?
CO4.
Okay.
He said we keep our questions, and he will involve his bosses, wherein they will come, and then we have the opportunity to ask all of our questions. But he only went there to say sorry. He only went there to feel our pains and to say there's no justification. They are wrong to have done what they did, and they did what they did. And so the next day, that was on Monday, then one or two also went there together with other officers, and they started this.
Marvin Sako.
Marvin Sako went there. I can remember we had somebody. We had our brother Julius Jackson.
Yeah.
Who
he's my colleague from Square
yes,
FM.
who wanted to play his role like a journalist, and he was asked not to do that. They didn't want to be on record for that, but they kept pleading. They kept saying they will come in, they're going to do everything, because we were telling them we want justice to be dispensed, and they assure us every way they think justice will be dispensed and we as family will be satisfied. They're going to do that. They assure all of that. So
Wow. So after explaining all of these things now, as it stands now, because this case is not just Chocolate City now. It is something that calls for, it is something that is at the national level now, where you have the Liberia National Police, one of their men has been involved in such act. And we saw a press release. And in that press release, there were a lot of things that were said, but we will come to that. Somebody might wants to know whether the police officer has been disrobed, whether the police officer is currently behind bar, because we have tried reaching out to the Liberia National Police, but they are not giving us the audience to have a conversation with us. We have placed calls to the detachment along the Ghana's route. We have not been able to get a response from them. So where is that police officer now? Because by right, we should not be asking you people where is the police officer at this time. We should be asking Moses Carter or the person who is responsible for all of those who are wearing the Liberia National Police uniform along the Somalia Drive, or someone who say the Japan's freeway. So at this moment now, where is the police officer? Is he behind bar? Has he been disrobed, or he is still in the Liberia National Police uniform moving here and there.
All right. Again, it's just a continuation of what my colleague have been providing. Okay, and so we cannot in any way say that we have seen this alleged perpetrator, police officer.
Since this thing
We
happened, you
have
have
not,
never.
we have not seen him. Neither can we say, can we guarantee that he is placed behind bars. But what we were told as family by 102 Colonel Marvin Cycle
Mhm.
was that they regret the situation,
Okay.
that one of their officers discharged his arm and took away an innocent life, and that immediately, the information reached out to them. These identical alleged perpetrator officers were being disrobed and placed behind bars. That they told us. And our questions have been to them, how sure are we? Like, I mean, one of you, carry out this kind of a immune act to a citizen, a peaceful citizen, and that you are saying that you have had him disrobed and placed behind bars. How sure are we? And he said, all we can say to you as a family is that we are serving this nation on an oath, and whatever that we have to say here, I would say, have family, and it's going to be something that our own family would get to be involved with. So we won't say anything to you guys that we don't do. And then we were 2 days later invited again after the 102 had left the home of the deceased. We were again invited at the police national headquarters, where we also met with the 102.
Before that, quickly, Mr. Fatoma, sorry. When 102 visited on the 17th day of July, when we were insisting, where is this guy? How sure are we that he's behind bars?
Can you put the mic closer to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hold the mic.
Okay. How
Yeah.
sure are we that
Exactly.
he's behind bars?
Mhm.
I remember when 102 said, if you guys can trust us while we say, one thing you should remember, we're being placed in offices by oath, and so we have integrity. So what I will assure you people is 1 or 2 family members can come at the police headquarters the day you people come over. You will see the guy behind bars. That's what he told us. I can remember. Continue, Mr. Fatima.
Yes, so when we got at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, we again met with Colonel Marvin Cycle. In that meeting, we also saw DCP one Godfrey K. Colley, and several other high-ranking officers. And the same that were being said to the family when 102 visited the home of the deceased, that he regret the situation, that one of them have carried out, the act, and that they were doing everything to ensuring that justice can be dispensed, and that the young man, can be given a befitting burial as a Liberian citizen. That were also being repeated to us by those high-ranking police officers, that they were doing everything to ensuring that they were, satisfy the family. So the question then that was being posed to them by the family was that information reaching us from the JFK Memorial Hospital says that the young man's body is not being properly preserved. And then right away I can recall 102 and all, some of the officers that said they placed call right away at JFK, ensuring that their guy at JFK can follow up the information and give us an update. But they also, kept saying to us from that meeting that the family had to come up with a decision, because probably keeping a body continuously at JFK might not be a good thing. But whatever the family can decide on in terms of how the body can be transferred from JFK Memorial Hospital to whatever funeral home of the family choice, they were willing to honor it, such cost. But the family, their fear had been, should this body be taken from JFK and there nothing concrete that has been said? You guys have told us that there is no need for autopsy, there will be no other further forensic. The cause of the death had been established. The young man discharged his arm and took away the innocent life, of the gentleman. So, what is it that we have to take long before you guys can conclude on this investigation? All we could hear from 102 and DCP Godfrey were that this has to do with a process. So they have to take time to go through the investigation to establishing the intent, what led this young man to taking the decision and all of those things. So our fear is for how long will this go on? And they say because it's an investigation. So the family then went out to hand here to decide. The investigation will continue to go on, but can we make a decision that the body can be transferred to a funeral home, whereas we can be guaranteed that the body is preserved there properly while the police came on the investigation and we saw the need as family and we got back to the team and have them informed that that's exactly what we wanted to happen. Which funeral home do you guys want? We said the A.B. Roberts funeral home. It was agreed upon in that meeting that they will do everything to ensure that a day in between, the body could be transferred. But when you see us reaching this level, and my colleague will continue from that identical point, is the disenchantment, is the lies that the police put forth before.
So it seems to be like the police, they are delaying in terms of investigation. That is what I'm sensing from you. What I'm sensing right now. It seems to be like there are a lot of delay tactics, or maybe they do not want to bring the perpetrator to book. Maybe they do not want to prosecute the police officer who shot.
That's what I want to believe. That's what I want to believe.
Yeah, that is what I myself, I'm sensing that, because this is something you people are not the first people this thing has happened to in this country. Yeah, this has happened to a lot of people in this country, and they have said to the public that investigation is ongoing. People got missing in this country. They say investigation is ongoing up to present.
You cannot have
justice cannot be given to the aggrieved family. And yeah, you see today it is another person from Chocolate City, which is one of you. That man could be somebody prominent in society. Nobody knows that.
Yes. Oh yes.
So I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, we were privileged to provide a coverage for the press conference you had. And we were also privileged to lay our hands on copy of the press statement. And then in that press statement, in the last paragraph, you said there will be an unspecified action. So can you just tell us?
So before we get to the unspecified actions, we are giving this narrative bit by bit for the understanding of our followers.
Yeah.
Because people who are following this identical live broadcast want to have clear understanding as to what role, what's the efforts the family have made in this case that have led them to the coming up to. We from the onset never just decided to come into the media.
Yeah, because
to the public glaring because of what we were being told by police officer, because of what we were being told by 102, but even the Inspector General of Police through his deputy 102, that indeed because they have admitted that there will be no call for forensic, there will be no process to establishing the cause of death, but rather they know that one of their officers discharged his arm and took away the innocent life. They took responsibility and were doing everything possible to ensuring that justice be dispensed, to ensuring that the aggrieved family, can receive in a peace of mind by bringing the perpetrators to book and, if possible, to be placed behind bars. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I want us to do. Let's do justice to the conversation. Where I started the conversation when we visited the office of the National Police Headquarters, and what we were being told. That's where I stopped. And I want my colleague to continue from there. Why actually let us to even come out with a press statement? Why let the family that will coming on to even appear on your platform? And there are several other platforms. Why even let the family to have said that there will be an unspecified action?
Okay, so before we come to the unspecified action, I want to ask this question before. Let me ask that question to Nuvia. Have you people been able to lay eyes on the female of the officer that did the shooting?
No. These are places where the heartbreak continues to come. It's kind of we noticed from the police that they are proceeding in a way wherein they are a supporter or a support to the action of this guy. That's how they make us to feel. Because when we went at the police national headquarters, from the statement one or two made to us that if you came over to the national headquarters, we'll carry you few family members and you will see this individual behind that. We also reminded him on that at the police headquarters. And they came here again by saying, no, it's unprofessional. That the guy is behind bar, the guy is the perpetrator, he has done XYZ, and then we carry you to him to see him. Why? In case we went there and you did something to him, somebody who is behind bar. Besides that, none of the family member of this guy has reached us. And from the time we left the police headquarters, no police officer has come to us to say, oh, this is how far we are, and this is what we're going to do. And so that was on the 19th. When we went to the police national headquarters, we agreed to have taken the body from the JFK mall on the 20th. The 20th, they had a whole day to do whatever they think they were doing, for which we couldn't have gone there to get. The 21st, we agreed to go there. They make us understand. When we went at the mall, it was that people did not even agree on something. We met the homicide team. We introduced ourselves. They also introduced themselves. We kept waiting. Gentlemen, what is going on? They said the coroner has to be here. And that is the procedure. Why is the coroner not here? They gave us the coroner number. We were able to call the coroner. And the coroner said he couldn't have come over. But we did not understand what was actually happening. So we were like blaming the coroner that he has problem. So the guys, the homicide went on calling us and they brought the body out of the freezer. Let's admit here, the body is being preserved well from what we saw. Okay. When they brought the body, they had to do their photo, and we were like, can we also do photo? They said, no. If you want photo, we're going to give you this photo by the time we finish doing our photo, allow us to do our process. And we were there, turning the body over, loosening the wound, took photos of it, put the body back. The coroner now agreed that we see him at the police headquarters. And so we went there, my colleague and the coroner came and said to us, first of all, the reason why I did not appear there was my office officially. And we have heard of this thing. It is not supposed to be this way.
Meaning the coroner now?
Yeah, the coroner. So, I mean, you know what I would tell you? Nobody. How can a police cause a problem and the police still have, the case being taken care of by they themselves? And we are here for, the justice ministry. We relate directly to the justice ministry. Nothing is in our file. And he showed a couple of photos, how things work. He said, so what do I use now? 80 people have taken the body. What do I use so that justice can be dispensed? And so that's where we got to know that the police, what they promised us, is not what they're doing. And I can remember they heard us at the police headquarters. One or two himself did that. He said, this family is kind of a family who are very easy on this thing. This thing has been happening, and sometimes it is not easy that we get out of it. So we thank you guys for the work. But we were doing this thing because they came to us immediately the thing happened and started to beg. And started to say they were in the wrong or they are in the wrong. And so we were not able to get the body. That's how now it's signal to us that if we do not do the things that we're supposed to do, like engaging the media, then of course the guys will continue to play on us.
So the body currently is at GFK.
At GFK. I just told my friend and he listened to me. I said, let's forget it. In fact, we are not the one to register. Could you imagine coroner was telling us, the government gave them money for transportation to do everything they're supposed to do, but we want to speed it up, then of course we should give him some money. And so that's how we came, and then we started to do exactly what we promised you, that if we shall have reached a certain level, then of course the police gave us the cost to do it. If they failed to cooperate the way we wanted to cooperate, and that's why we are here.
Now, with the statement that unspecified actions, really, from the time this thing happened, people want to go the other way. But my guy and myself, like we were telling you the last time, we are just in control of this thing. We, the young people of Oaxaca, but our other friends are not here. But we are in front of this thing. They came and said, give us the young men patient who want to go. People are talking about burning the police station, and we are there calming them down. So this is just, I mean, what could blow up, and then people say we are going there to do this because the way the police are supposed to proceed, they are not proceeding that. Are you kidding me? How can you have done something?
Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting. Focal TV. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Tobo Village, Somalia Drive. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Tobo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds.
So, folks, welcome back. We sincerely apologize for the break in. You know, this is Liberia, and then we 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 apologize for this, and we promise you that such thing will not transpire. And so we will go back to our guest to conclude on this matter. And just to remind you, we have Mr. Matari and Mr. Nuvia in our studio, who are family member of the deceased. They are providing all of the necessary information that has resolved into them coming up with a press conference, that has resolved into them coming to the media to express themselves. It is all about dissatisfaction, the manner and form
Right.
in which the police is handling the case. It is not okay for them. So we will hear from, I don't know, Nivea, should we get to you or
Let me end up on
Fatoma?
this thing and then we'll get to Fatoma.
Okay, no
Okay, no
problem.
problem. We have to pick up.
Yes, you can
And
go ahead.
so it's more agreed to have somebody, killing a family member of yours, not be able to see this person being placed behind bar. You cannot have a family member of this person coming to you to see it. Oh, all right, never mind. So that is where our bitterness is coming from, and the police do nothing about it. So,
Yeah, Fatoma, we come to you.
All
You
right.
talk about communication sent to the Ministry of Justice. Can you provide a clear picture of what was in that communication?
All right. So as it stands right now, we uh, being advised by some legal minded individuals. Because at first, when the police have coming over to the home of the deceased, we got to believe that whatever they were saying to us was something that we needed to work with, and that there was no need going to the media, there was no need reaching out to the Ministry of Justice and what have you. But later then we got to realize that we were playing, a kind of offensive game with the family to see how they can shoot out their own. And quite frankly, we are in the know. Reliable information have reached us that the police is playing this delay tactic because the last perpetrator in question is one of their trusted men, is one of their strong guys. And even when we were at the police headquarters, we were walking in the hallway, and one of the officers said, the alleged perpetrator, Inspector Ashamel Gibson is one of our strong guys. You get what I'm saying? So we have got to realize that because the police think that this guy is one of their strong men, so they will do everything to ensure that they can shoot him up. All right. So we have been advised by some legal minds that we should be able to do a communication. Hey, all praises go out to the lady in the district, 13, Cornelia Kratchopper,
Oh,
who
okay.
visited the home and told us that you got to do a formal communication to the Ministry of Justice, reminding them that this is what occurred on this date and that. But from this point to this point, they have done nothing to ensuring that the family can receive the justice that is needed. And that's how on a Tuesday we did a communication to the Ministry of Justice before we even came to see here. I spoke with the Justice Minister, Chief of Officer, one Romeo Clark, who assured me that the communication will be before the Ministry doing everything to ensuring that they can reach out to the requisite authorities of police, see how they can get redress from it. They will get back to us. And that the coroner office, the homicide office, all other officers that have to get involved with, the body being transferred from the JFK morgue to the funeral home can be able to do their working days to come. The family is agreed. I'm speaking right now. So living from Boston, living from San Maryland, and all the family members have, assembled here, looking at the time that we in right now, and you put there, what is that responsible for that? Although they came out and said, because of whatever the family had to go. Today, we have to over and again feel those family members at home so that it becomes very challenging to even getting a food. Looking at it, the hard time right now in Morovia, and we are calling on the police that can you stay up and give justice to the family so that whatever had to happen, that we can lay this young man to rest and that we see how the family, the agree family members can be able to get back to as we speak today, those family members are from all walks of life across Liberia. Some are from Basel, some are from Great, some are from Sano, and they are all currently in Monrovia. All they are looking for is to ensure that justice can be dispensed, is to ensure that the body of their son can be taken over to the family, for a effective burial.
So
But
you are so you are in the member now. Are you giving the Liberia National Police an ultimatum to say from now to this date, if nothing cannot be done, we will take this action or we will take that action? In your press statement, can you really be precise to give them an ultimatum?
well, the ultimatum comes in from
Mm.
the response that we have gotten from the Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
Now
So
that our communication before the minister have assured us
when the
that
communication went in.
the communication went in on Tuesday. The
Oh,
very
all right.
Tuesday we came up with the press
Oh,
statement.
okay,
That
okay.
was
All right.
we had to
That
call
was
them
that was
away.
that was the 24th, right?
Mm.
So we presented in the communication to the minister, and that we believe in the justice systems. When you see why we had to drag our feet coming to the media, like because several media, institutions keep at home, and we had to say the police are show us that they are going to work with us, they are going to make sure that that the family can receive justice, that there's no because got to think about it. We are in a political system.
Mhm.
We have never wanted to drag this into appear that the kind of political thing to kind of politicize it. And that's why some who come from the background of politics do everything possible to ensuring that this thing will not have reached the level it has reached. But we have got no options. All right. The police are pushed out to the wall to the extent that we find ourselves here. So I can clearly say to you, the statement made in the press statement that there will be an unspecified endless unspecified action by the family, by members of the specific community. No, let me say this. There's no one person having any control of violence.
Yeah.
This is one country that we have. We have an obligation to ensure that we protect the peace that we have and we go towards our electionary process.
Yeah.
We are young people, we are aware of those things. All right. We have gotten a new address of the elected patriots instead of Ashamel Gibson. And as part of our unspecified actions, saying that not a single family member can live from his family to Kilikan to look at the Agri family and say to them, never mind for what our son, our father did to your family, did to your son. It's part of our unspecified action. We are getting our new address. We get it. If the government want to push us to the wall that where else we're going to take justice in our here, we need to regret doing that. This is an individual that we are discussing here. This man's mother had grieved. If you watch a press conference and you saw the leader in the background,
Yeah, yeah.
the mother
I
had
was
grieved.
that.
She had not coming to herself. And you have police officers, you have senior police officers. Colonel Marvin Cycle coming to the room and met this mother crying in tears and gave his word to the mother that will do everything to ensure that justice is dispensed. I am saying to you, my brother, as part of our endless unspecified actions, we will make sure that we'll reach out to of the alleged perpetrators. We'll reach out to them in whatever forms, in whatever manners.
All right. So we are a bit pressed up of time. So we will take calls on our lines 0770 18. You can also call on WhatsApp if you are out of the country. You can also call us on 0770 If you are in Liberia, you can call us on the deceased.
Well, thank you again, and I can't stop telling this Focal TV family, thank you so much for helping the family to flex out these issues. It's not easy, all right? It's not easy. Family, I mean, from the kind of struggling and struggling and struggling time, have strived over the years to ensuring that they can look after their kids, their children, and then all of a sudden taking away, a life of an innocent brother. The family is aggrieved. And all that we can say out there to any humanitarian institutions, any permanent on the police. While we are waiting on the police to just be able to establish the intent, that led this young man to taking away the life of this innocent Liberian citizen. So we want to say thanks to the Focal TV family, Team Andy Bople. We are very grateful to you guys. We appreciate you so highly, and we appreciate all of our supporters out there. The guys from the New Jersey Junction, those guys have been very aggrieved, and they have told us over again that you won't get anything like just easily coming from the police angle. We know them. We know how they behave. So we want to take this precious action. But one thing we can assure them that if the police want to push up, and they have already done, we wouldn't mind. We will go the length that they want us to go, and we will have to do exactly what we have to do to ensure that justice can be given to this family, and our brother can be given a befitting burial. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you once again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming in. And we can rest assured you people that this case is not you people alone. We are with the family, our media institution. We as individual, we will be with the family. We will be with you people. In every little information that will be afforded, do not hesitate to to provide the necessary information to us. We will not stop here. It's just that I never have the time to read through the entire press release, and we will continue to press on the Liberian National Police so that justice can be prevailed. Let Mr. Gibson be brought to book. Let him serve whatsoever punishment he's supposed to serve. Let him go and serve that punishment. You cannot do this to somebody who is, even if the man is not a family member to you, even if that man have done something bad or something terrible to you, you are a police officer. Why you could not arrest the man, carry him, place him behind bar, but you shot him in his head, and then the police, those who are in the highest position, Melvin Sakos, Patrick T. Sirus, all of those who are in the higher position in of the Liberian National Police, they do not want to take the necessary action. We can rest assured you people, once it has landed in the hands of the media, you people can rest assured we will see to it that justice be given to the family. We're not going to stop here. We are with you. We are with the Edwin family. We are with whosoever person that are connected to this family. We are with them. We will give our media out to the family in whatsoever negotiation, whatsoever activities the family wants to carry on. We can rest assured you people that we will do this. That is the reason, that is the essence for which the media is here for. If there are issues, people do not want to address your issue the way in which they're supposed to address it, you reach out to us. We will provide the necessary audience for your voice to be heard. We hope and pray that everything goes well with the family, and we will continue to place our cause to those who are in authority of the Liberian National Police, even if they do not want to call us, even if they do not want to make an appearance on our platform, because this is one thing for which the police most often they shy away from. If you want to serve them an invitation, they will tell you we are still under investigation. once this situation is under the custody of the police, we are on investigation of this case. We do not want to appear on any media institution. We don't want this thing to be in the public. But once it is already in the public, it is already in the media, this has caught their attention already. It is not only people in the Liberia National Police, it has also caught the attention of people from other institutions, from other private sector, government agency or government ministry. And I'm also calling on those who wants to be representative of the district. Let this call be a call that will take you from your office. You have to champion this. That man, the only person that was going to make you to win, the seat that you are vying for. Even those who are contesting for the presidency in this country, let this be something that this man could be the person that he could have given you the one vote that will make you win the election. So we hope and pray that everything go well with the family, and we are in prayers with the family. I promise to make a stop to the family at the end of this week. So and we appreciate you people. Extend our greetings to the
Thank you
family.
so much, Mr.
Thanks
Mohammed.
so
We kind of, we really appreciate everything.
Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you too.
Focal TV. Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV.